saw.
Oh, Dickinson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Done. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
How much of an eyesore their kits are. Look at the numbers on the back of the tops. Fluoro yellow. On the back of the orange tops, they've got fluoro green numbers. I know. Like, that's terrible.
Oh, okay.
No. It's not. No one's watching anyway. Let's be real. Who am I missing?
Hello, test, 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 1, 2, and welcome back to the NPL Victoria, blah, 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 blah. It's the State League 1 Women's Final today at the home of the Matildas between South Yarra and FC Clifton Hill, of course, winners in both of their regions, taking on each other today. Yeah? Oh. Hello and welcome to the home of the Matildas for some finals football here on this Saturday the 13th of September. It is the State League 1 Women's Final. It will be FC Clifton Hill taking on that of South Yarra. And we'll have a minute's silence before the game does kick off. And that's minute silence there complete, and we'll get underway very shortly here. It just has hit 1 o'clock. We'll go over the lineups. For FC Clifton Hill, wearing the blue and white stripes. In between the sticks today is number 40, Celia Talbot. And the captain for today for Clifton Hill is number 5, Alice Corrigan. Followed by number 6, Katie McDonald. Number 7, Gabriella Francisco. Number 11, Natalie Govich. Number 15, Samantha O'Callaghan. Number 16, Olivia Materia. Number 18, Vanessa Hines. Number 31, Hayley Porter. Number 33, Mauve Deeney. Number 38, Katie Beck. And for South Yarra in the very bright orange slash red fluoro orange type of colour. But in between the sticks today is number 1, Lauren Scaramuza. Number 4, Sarah Pels. Number 6, and the captain, Emily Blake. Number 7, Nicole McMahon. Number 8, Georgia Mudema. Number 10, Amanda Stevenson. Number 12, Isabel Humphreys. Number 13, Bronwyn Pedley. Number 27, Mary Dickisayan. Number 21, Olivia Hasty. And number 34, Alison Ware. Of course, it is the finals, so these two teams did win their respective competitions. Of course, the State League 1 Women's booked themselves a place into the VPL 1 for next year. Clifton Hill did finish the season above the league by 2 points, only losing 5 games all season. And then that of South Yarra won the Southeast, undefeated, only conceding 14 games all season. So goals, potentially not goals galore. Of course, Clifton Hill did score the most in that in the Northwest competition. 55 goals scored, 25 conceded. And then South Yarra did score 50s. And we're underway very quickly with Emily Blake with a long ball already. And that's Katie Beck. Clears it out of danger. And puts it on to a throw-in. And it will be taken off Pedley. And backwards again and out for another throw. It's a long throw, knocked on by McMahon. And back the other way. Cleared once again by Clifton Hill. Rounded the keeper, but Stevenson's there to in between. And she is there. Here's Pels. Goes long. Deflected and goes back all the way. It's Alison Ware, who does miss kick it. That will be a free kick to South Yarra, the Southeast champions. Back the other way. And here's Blake. Miskicked. Found Materia. And here's Porter. Finds Francisco. He goes along. Down the line. Chasing. And here's Francisco. Still Francisco. Crosses the ball in. Slips last minute. Doesn't quite get enough height on that. He's got another chance though. Here is Francisco. He sends into the middle of the park. And Francisco again with the strike. Over the top of everyone. Headed on by Vanessa Hines. And into the arms of Scaramuza. And back the other way quickly. And here's Stevenson. Who goes along to Pedley. He's dispossessed. There's Hines. And out for a throw. He's back. Goes backwards. To Corrigan. Corrigan goes along, headed on by Alison Ware. And then again, possessed by Deeney here in the middle of the park. And he's chasing. Clifton will go backwards. And Hines goes across, and it's a miss kick once again. But a chance of South Yarra to capitalise on the error. And she will get around her first man. Is Pedley. Does cross the ball in. Cleared once again by McDonald. Dick Isayan. And then pushed out once again, and Dick Isayan's got another chance for a throw. No, Dick Isayan with the cross. Pushed away. Corrigan. Over to Deeney. Still Deeney. Dispossessed Deeney. And here's Blake, who will just usher the ball backwards in the field of play. Goes across the face. And then long again for South Yarra. Headed on. Pushed on once again, and a chance. And cleared by Ware. And then there's McDonald. Still McDonald. Goes backwards. Out by Beck. Wide to Materia. And here's O'Callaghan now. With a chance for a cross again, Callaghan. And it goes into the arms of Sarah Scaramuza. Long kick on by Scaramuza. McDonald. Pushed off the ball by Pedley. And backwards to Dick Isayan. And here's Porter chasing. She does go back to Beck. And then along, down the line. Francisco. Dick Isayan. And then chance. And Humphreys goes into the middle of the park. And there is Pedley. Then long. Cleared once again. Headed on by McMahon. And it has gone out. And it will be a Clifton Hill throw. With Govich. Knocked on and out by Emily Blake. Sent cleared once again. Deflected out by Georgia Mutimer. And then here we're driving. Knocked on. Ushered all the way back to Beck. And then free kick to Clifton Hill it is. It will be Katie Beck to take. Let's go on. And here's a chance for Clifton Hill again, and it goes straight through to Scaramuza. Off Katie Beck. Scaramuza goes along. It's Govic. Dispossessed. Does retain the ball. She pushes it on. She's up against Mudima. And Mudima gets one better and goes wide to Dickisayan. Dickisayan down the line. And South Yarra chasing. 50-50 challenge there in the box. And still a chance for Pedley. And it's cleared by Beck. Headed on by Blake. And he's Deeney. Pels. And here's Deeney. Still Deeney. Does go wide. Chance for a cross again for Clifton Hill. And they do cross the ball in over the bar. By Clifton Hill. It's going to be a goal kick. Again, long down the line. And Beck will chase and clean that up. All the way to Corrigan. Francisco. Into the middle of the park. And long. Cleared once again by McMahon. Francisco's pushed to the floor and it's a free kick for South Yarra. And will be Emily Blake to take the free kick, and she does go long. Tries to find the head, she doesn't, but it's a missed kick again, and there's a chance for South Yarra now to go back the other way, and here's Mudima. Goes to Dickisayan. And across. Doesn't quite get to McMahon. But back the other way. Into the middle of the park. And there's McDonald. Deeney. Goes along. Cleared once again. And there's Humphreys. Pushed on once again. By Clifton Hill defence. Deeney. Dickisayan. Long by Mudima. Dickisayan chasing. She's up against Govic. It's pushed to the floor. No free kick is the call. But it's play on. As it goes long down the line. And there's Clifton Hill now. Francisco. Centred. Deflected close, but it's Deeney now. So it goes down the line once again. Francisco. To Deeney. There's a player on the floor for South Yarra, and there will be a halt in play. And some medical attention as well. on her feet. Very bright. Backwards. Knocked on by Stevenson. Pushed back by Clifton Hill again, and a chance to rebuild. Goes backwards. Stevenson gets the better of him, and again, Mudamar. And out once again for a throw. Across. Pressure in the back for South Yarra, and it goes all the way through for a corner for Clifton Hill. Keep your eyes out for Maeve Deeney here. Maeve Deeney. 22 goals this year she does have. The American. Irish rather, but yeah, it's a corner sent in. It's a big corner. Off transfer ahead. It's off the crossbar and straight through to a goal kick. Scaramuza to take, but almost dangerous. And there's pressure at the back once again for Clifton Hill as they push it all the way through to Govic. And long and straight through into the keeper. Through. South Yarra pushed on by Materia. And out once again, all the way through. Another throw in. Pushed on by Pels. Headed on. And then cleared once again by Livia Materia. It's pressured there by Olivia Hasty. And then another throw. And he's South Yarra with driving. And he's Pedley. Does keep going. Goes backwards again and out. There will be a throw in. Sent into the box. Here's McMahon. Still McMahon driving. Chance to cross along the floor. Does try to get a foot on it. But Celia Talbot does retain the ball. It's long by Talbot. Headed on again by Blake. And then Francisco. Back to Materia. Still Francisco. Headed on by Francisco. And he's Deeney. And it's beautifully cleared by Sarah Pels. And out for another throw. And it's Govic to take the throw. She goes all the way through to the centre circle. And here's Clifton Hill heading towards goal. It's Corrigan. O'Callaghan. Crossed into the face. And Deeney gets a leg on it, but it goes just shy of the front post. There will be another goal kick. And long to the centre back in Mutimer. There's Blake. And long again. Mutimer. Headed on. Once again. Just for a free kick again, but it's play on. And then it'll be continued on. And back the other way for Blake. To send the through ball through, but it's again cleared by Materia. Looks like it will be Mutimer to take the throw as well. And long. And here's McMahon. Crossed in by McMahon and it's a goal. It's the first goal here in the State League 1 Women's Final. Comes from Noel McMahon. It came out of nowhere. And it's 1-0 to South Yarra, the Southeast champions of the Women's State League 1 competition. 1-0 up in this final. And it's her 7th for the season as well, Nicole McMahon. It's not much into the game either. Just 20 minutes on the clock here at the home of the Matildas. Hines. Deeney's tripped. Hines again. Long by McMahon, the goal scorer. Once more. Still a chance. Clifton Hill goes. And here's Deeney. And still Deeney. And still Deeney gets around the third. Sends the through ball through. And it's straight through. And it's offside for Clifton Hill. It's Hayley Porter there as well. Just offside. Of course, does have 3 herself as well, Hayley Porter, this season. There's another chance for Clifton Hill again with a defensive error from South Yarra. Tries to get around the second. It's a free kick for Clifton Hill, about 35 yards out as well. Unsure who will take this, but chance. It will be Deeney to take. He won't. It is Maeve Deeney to take the free kick here. And this is a very good chance here to equalise the score. And he's Deeney. It goes all over, and it's in. Deeney with a free kick, wonder goal. Quickly after they go 1-0 down, it's 1-1 here at the home of the Matildas. And that's a great free kick. Keeper should have done better there, but goal's a goal. And Maeve Deeney gets her 23rd for the season, of course. She's capped at youth level for Ireland, under 17s and under 19s level. Did spend some time at Bundoora United in the VPL last season. She's here at Clifton Hill. Single-handedly, you could say, got them promoted into the league, into the VPL now this season, Clifton Hill. Alongside South Yarra. So that'll be a very, very good matchup, obviously, next season. And it's 1-1. South for a free kick again, but it has gone out for a throw. And it will be South Yarra. And long down the line. Again, it was Pedley chasing. Mutimer to take the throw. And they scored from one of these last time. McMahon. Spinned. Then cleared it again by Beck. Headed on. Francisco. And Humphries is dispossessed by Francisco. Cuts back brilliantly. Sticks the leg out, but Humphries again goes. Materia. Hines. Materia. And then here is Beck. Then out again. Of course, captaining this side is Elise Corrigan. Clifton Hill. However, on the bench, there is Charlie Dukas, Hewitt Johnston, Lauren Famoso, Hannah Robinson, Anastasia Karanos, Ilka Gregory, and Nikki Galanos. And for the other side, South Yarra, they have Razia Nori, Naomi Irons, Nell Bukali, Kirby Anderson, and Amber Harvey. And Claire Darlow on the bench. And sent straight in with the throw-in to McMahon, the goal scorer. Headed on again. With a strike again. Straight into the arms of Talbot. And back the other way. Back the other way for South Yarra and pushed out by Francisco. Straight through again is Govic. Mutimer. Sent through to Humphries. And then to Scaramusa. Back to Humphries. He's under pressure. Goes into the centre of the park to find Mutimer. Dickasayan. And long. Cleared by Beck. But there's a player on the other side. Chips over the ball. But she does play on Olivia Hasty. Again, headed on by Hasty. It looks like there'll be an early substitution here for South Yarra. Coming off is Mary Dickasayan. And coming on is Claire Barlow. Very early. Unsure if it's interchange or if it is substitutions, but that's very early change here. It's headed on again, and under pressure is Humphreys and Francisco. Spins around the first. It's into the park, Deeney. Still Deeney. Deeney does find Porter. Francisco knocked on. And all the way back to Scaramuza. Predley. There will be another change. And it looks like it probably is an interchange situation. Coming off, it looks like it is Pedley. She's replaced by Kirby Anderson. Coming on. And he's McMahon. Stevenson tries to find and substitute, but it's pushed on to Humphreys. And then Pels. Still Pels is dispossessed. Pushed down the line again by Materia. And out for another throw with Clifton ill to take. Materia. Deeney. It's a great ball in by Deeney. Francisco's there, but it's cleared away by Humphreys. Materia. Porter. Deeney from distance. Off the post. And almost 2-1, but Deeney. That was beautiful. And out for a throw again. Offside is the call. It'll be a goal kick. Brought out of the back. Sent to Stevenson. Down the line. To Anderson. And then out. Again, and there is someone getting ready to come on for Clifton Hill. And it's headed on. Headed on again by McMahon, and it's strike from distance. Pushed the other way by the substitute. Deeney. Down by Govic. Francisco's chasing. She's got Humphreys to beat. Sent out for a corner. It will be Nat Govic to take the corner. And he's Govic. Sent in by Govic. Headed the other way. Still not out of danger for South Yarra, but it's pushed back into the box. Chased by Porter, but Scaramuza retains the ball in her arms. Backwards. Humphreys tries to go long. Straight through to Blake. Headed on again by McDonald. Tripped is Vanessa Hines. It looks like it was Samantha Callahan who did leave the field of play. Looks like she was replaced by Hannah Robinson. Does have 7 goals this year, Hannah Robinson. She did score 17 in 33 and 17 last year, rather. But he's Deeney again. Still Deeney. She does Cotslow home again, and it's 2-1 to Clifton Hill. More of Deeney. Makes it 2-1 to the team in blue and white. Started 1-0 down, and it's gone back the other way to 2-1. And that is her 24th for the season, is Deeney. Robinson. Still Robinson. Dispossessed, but play on. Sent to the middle of the park, to Mortimer. Backwards. To Pedley. And along once again. Sent to Francisco. Humphreys. McDonald. To Robinson. Still Robinson. Dispossessed by Blake. And still Robinson now. Sends a through ball to Deeney. And still Deeney. Chance to make it 3 for Deeney along the floor into the arms of Scaramuza. Back again. Here's Govic. Long by Govic. Clear by Humphreys, but here's Porter. Still Porter. And a long sent out by Humphreys. Nat Govic. To take the throw. Backwards to Robinson. And out once again by Vanessa Hines. Ball sent laterally into the box, but it's gone back out for another throw. Natgovic to take. Deeney. Back the other way now for South Yarra. She's pulled off the ball, but she's going to continue. Amanda Stevenson. Still Amanda Stevenson. Dispossessed by Elise Corrigan and goes back the other way again. Knocked on by Hasty. Hasty again, Robinson. To Porter. Back to Robinson and out. By way of a South Yarra player, so will be Olivia Materia to take the throw. Slew ball sent through to Francisco, cleared by Robinson. And here is Robinson now with a great touch. Gets it down the line to Porter. And Deeney, out wide again. And Sarah Pell's the flex and then sent in by Robinson, headed by Francisco the other way. Picked up by Scaramuza. Alison Ware there to just deflect it back out. Set it long by Govic. Here's Humphreys. Govic. Still Govic. Middle of the park. To Porter. Dispossessed by Blake. Goes along. Cleared by again. By McDonald. And here's Materia. And then again, rounds two, but doesn't get there. And it is a throw. Sent down the line to Porter. Still Porter, and then it pushes out again. It will be a corner for Clifton Hill here. And there's just 5 to play here in the second half as well. In the first half, rather. It's 2-1 to Clifton Hill. And Deeney sends it in. All the way through, again, through everyone, and out for a goal kick. They threw to Scaramuza. Slowing the game down. Scaramuza in between the sticks. Does go wide to Pels. And along to find the substitute Barlow. But again, sent in by Hines. Francisco. Still Francisco. Sends it on. Again, Francisco with the chance. And it goes straight into Lauren Scaramuza's arms again. Another long kick. Robinson. McDonald. Materia. Off her face. It keeps going, Materia. Still Materia. Rounds the first, rounds the second. Does go backwards for the third, but battling up against Alison Ware there. And it goes Robinson now. It's around the second, Robinson. And it's Deeney. Backwards by McMahon. And Anderson. Over to Blake. Over to Stevenson. Down the line by Stevenson. And then, again, cleared by Beck. Francisco. Blake. Blake. Again. to McMahon. It's a great turn by McMahon. Back to Blake. Now Blake has a chance to drive here. She does send the ball into the box. Chance for a header. No header, but it's back post. There's a player lurking off the post. And they send second chance off the post and in by Amanda Stevenson. Looks to be the former Bentley Greens striker. 2-2 here now at the home of the Matildas. Between these two sides that sat atop of their respective it was Amanda Stevenson, in fact. Was at Ringwood last season in the VPL. Did score 8 in 21 for them. She does have 8 now for this side. Before that, she did move to Bentley Greens for the 2020 season. She was there last year. She did leave mid-season. A couple of complications, I guess, with management, etc. But she's now here, back where she began, at South Yarra. Golden Boot winner in State League 1. 22 goals in 18 games when she was here. And they did win that league title, of course, to push them back up into the VPL and then came back down the year she left. But they're here, and here's Robinson. Still Robinson. It's a quick feed by Robinson. It does go into the centre to find Francesco. And then long again over the bar by Hayley Porter. And the fourth official's getting his board ready for how much additional time will be in this game. Scaramuza. Robinson. Again cleared by Humphreys into space. Chasing. Stevenson does get the foot onto it. Around the grounds as well. Looks like the Women's State League 2 final between Aspendale and Uni Hill Eagles has gone to penalties. There was a penalty save very early. Hines to McDonald to Robinson. Back to McDonald. Down to Robinson, who's tripped. She gets on her feet and can plays on across the ball in. Still going. Materia. Hines. Finds Deeney. Porter to Deeney. Cleared by Ware. And here's Robinson. We'll go back the other way now. Down the line. Chased by Anderson again. And out. The fourth officials indicated 2 minutes added on at the end of this half. 2-2 is the score. And here is Humphrey. Blake. Down by Stevenson, chased, and it's gone straight through. Then long once again, and it's gone out of play. Nat Govic to take another throw, and she does go long down the line. It's headed on by McMahon. And back the other way, and Deeney. Still Deeney. Across to Mortimer. And finds Robinson, who does got to get around Blake, and she does. But it goes through to the goalkeeper in Scaramuza. It's a long ball by Scaramuza. Chance for a head. It goes past Porter, and it's a high foot by Katie Beck. and a free kick and a yellow card for Katie Beck. There's a player who's fell on the floor, struggling with a bit of an injury. And it's going to be half-time here at the home of the Matildas. It's 2-2 between Clifton Hill and South Yarra. It was a brace by Morvdini to give Clifton Hill the lead, and then equaliser by Amanda Stevenson from close range. We'll be back for the second half of action, and then later some NPL Women's Grand Final action. underway for the second half here at home of the Matildas. For the State League 1 Women's Grand Final. It is 2-2 between Clifton Hill and South Yarra. Of course, Clifton Hill winning the Northeast competition and South Yarra winning the Southeast. And it is 2-2 here. It was a brace by Maldini. And then a goal by Nicole McMahon and Amanda Stevenson to equal the scoring in this game. And it's moved away very quickly. Lots of changes have been made in the system, but it looks like here Watt Johnston has entered the field of play. Straight away, we get quickly underway. And it's crossed into the box. And it's struck from distance again. Georgia Mudima sends it over the bar. And they're underway firing very quickly here. Especially Amanda Stevenson, who's really using her body to press the ball as far up the pitch as possible. Of course, they are. So throw in by Humphreys. Sent in by Humphreys again. And this Kirby Hudson waiting. Goes backwards. To Bouchelet. And Robinson. Cuts outside. Goes down the line to Johnston. Still Johnston. He goes backwards. And then long down the line. Penny Beck. And then out once again for another throw. And here's a chance to make it 3-2 here for Clifton Hill. Tripped in the box and it's a penalty.
We got headphones still?
Penalty for Clifton Hill. Gabby Francesca, who did trip. It will be Nini to take for her hat trick for today. 3-2 could possibly be for Clifton Hill. Straight to the post and in. 3-2. Clifton Hill. It's a hat trick. back. If you missed that, that was Nadini that did score that goal. And it's Govic with the cross. Of course, Nadini did with a third for the game. A hat-trick in this final. She's just chinning in as well. There was a couple changes that were made as well. It looked like Hewitt Johnston did enter the field of play. There's another chance for Clifton Hill to bring it back. Across the base of goal again and cleared. Deeney. Sent in by Deeney. Again by Deeney and out. And Humphreys. And back. Long by Robinson. And Stevenson. And cleared again. But here's only as far as Stevenson, who is at the edge of the box. Driving. Anderson. Humphreys now. With a chance across for Humphreys. Does go in and goes straight through for a goal kick. Materia. It's hasty. Materia again long. And out once again for a throw. And it will be hasty to take. Long by Anderson. Here's Blake. Dickasayan. Dickasayan again. Francisco now driving. She's got three ahead of her. Still going herself around the first. And around the second she's tripped. It will be a free kick. Pulled off the ball is Gabriela Francisco. Of course, did come down from Queensland with a pretty strong NPL background behind her. Did play for clubs like South United and Olympic. She does have 4 goals to her name this year as well. Of course, did win that penalty that gave Maldini her hat-trick. But we did see Maldini score a free kick earlier in the game to give her second goal, her first goal rather, but here she's again on the free kick as she drives it in all the way and drills it far post and out. It's hasty. And back out once again. Johnson. Robinson. Johnston. Back to Robinson now. And that was Clifton Hill free kick. Once again. Beck to take. And long in by Beck. Chance for a header. It is headed on, but it's gone again near post. Far post and cleared off the line by South Yarra. Chance to go back the other way now for South Yarra. And here is Stevenson driving. And long by Stevenson. And then all the way through. Back the other way by Pels. Drives around the first and then second, and then around Francesca and out. And it will be another throw. Govic to take again. All the way through. Francisco. And here is Dini and out for a corner. And now another corner. Sent in again, and that's great corner in. Sent in, headed on. And out by Katie Beck. Sent long. Stevenson. Just off the back of her and then back the other way now. And here is Dini. Sends a through ball through to Francisco. Francisco again. Great save by the keeper. Scaramuza. And that's great football from Clifton Hill. And it's still 3-2 here to the Northwest champions. It goes all the way through and out. Beck. Way through. Robinson. Back to Mutimer. And all the way through to Bukele. And then back up. Just Scaramuza in between the sticks. Dini. Still Dini, and then it's dealt with by pushing it out of play. There'll be another throw in. And a throw in. Govic. All the way through to Beck and Porter. Back the other way, and here is Stevenson. He does go long. Then chased by Anderson. And then McMahon. And here's Johnston to Matera. Headed on by Blake. Back the other way, and here, Matera. All the way through. Robinson. The Robinson with a great through ball. It's cleared by Mary Dickisayan. And then here's Kirby Anderson now, who's have a chance herself. She does go down the line. It's Dickisayan. One way, goes the second way and cuts it through, and a chance for a cross. Just deflected. And off Elise Corrigan. And out. And a corner. It is. For Georgia Mutimer to make a difference here to hopefully equal up the score. Georgia Mutimer with the cross. It's gone all the way through to Stevenson, and Stevenson will go from distance, and it's over the bar. Now for a goal kick again. Beck. And through to Corrigan and out for another throw. Another change coming on for Clifton here. It will be Liv Matera coming off. So coming back on is Sam O'Callaghan. Of course, she did start the game, but did play college soccer over in West Virginia in the US before returning to New Zealand for Waterside Karori. Did move to Melbourne. Had a brief spell with Eltham. And he's across now by Francisco. Sent all the way through in a corner kick is the call. It'll be another corner. And across in. Chance for another header. It is headed. Again, great save by Scaramusa. And back the other way by Humphreys. Cleared again. Anderson chasing. But it's McDonald who gets it out of danger. Back the other way for Humphreys. Then is Mutimer. Knocked on again. And it's chance again, and here is Anderson. Tries to feed it down the line to Stevenson, and it's gone out. Johnston clears. Cleared again by Corrigan. And back out for another throw. Here's Deeney. Back again the other way for Humphreys. Stevenson. McMahon. Straight to the Talbot. Back the other way. Anderson. Pushed off the ball. Dickie Sayan. Deeney goes the other way, but it's pushed all the way through to Corrigan. Headed on by Blake. Cleared once again by Ware. Headed on once again. And McMahon up against. Straight through down the line. Here's Adamson. Anderson. Crossed in by Humphreys. Deflected near post and again cleared. This time by Hayley Porter. Then is Clifton Hill now with a chance, but it's brought back the other way by South Yarra and then cleared to safety by Corrigan and out for another throw. It's going to be thrown in by Dikisayan. And then back, headed on again. Cleared by Corrigan and then back to Robinson. And then Robinson now drive down the line. She does find Francesca. Back the other way, and he's Blake, the captain, goes backwards. And that's sent all the way through by Humphreys, cleared again by Katie Beck. Looks like boot's fallen off. Of a player. She's back up on her feet, Elise Corrigan, but it will be a throw, and it's going to be Isabel Humphreys to take it. Pushed off the ball again, Nicole McMahon. Sent on, headed on by Corrigan. And cleared by Govic, only as far as Humphreys. And Humphreys driving, pushed around, and it's back out. Again, headed on by Govic. Cleared long by Deeney. And it's long again by Katie McDonald. And here's Deeney again. Deeney with again another chance. And she finds Johnston. And Johnston's 1-on-1 with the keeper. She's gone wide, but she will. Round one and round the second. Shots it around the keeper. And it's gone out for a corner. And it's good to see so many viewers tuning into this curtain raiser of the NPL Women's Final. Of course, 85 people on stream listening. Quite good numbers for a State League 1 Women's Grand Final, of course. Tune in at 4 p.m. for the NPL Women's Grand Final between Box Hill and Heidelberg. Here on this exact same pitch. And it will be another corner now for Clifton Hill. And it will be another chance to open the scoring again of this half. And then it's gone straight to again. All the way through, and it's offside is the call. And it's sent all the way long, and here's Johnston. Cleared again by Hasty. And then back out to Stevenson. And then long by Bukele. And then here is Mutimer. It does go out wide to Humphreys. He's very attacking. Still Humphreys driving down the line, and it's gone back out for a throw-in. Of course, just 20 minutes to play as well in this clash. And it is still 3-2 to Clifton Hill. And it's gone all the way through again. And here's a chance for South Yarra, but it goes into the arms of Celia Talbot. And then long. Cleared by Mutimer. Again. And long again, but no attackers in the box waiting for that ball. But it's sent straight through to Celia Talbot. Of course, this South Yarra side haven't actually conceded 3 goals many times this season in a game. They have only conceded 15 in the league. And today they have conceded those 3 goals. They actually have never conceded 3 in one game, this South Yarra side. So, issues in the back line. There is a player on the floor that's looks in quite a bit of pain. Of course, it is an interchange system, so they can make as many changes as they want. They haven't been down much either, this South Yarra side. Not many times they've been scored against first. But they are down now 3-2 in this game. Taking a bit of a water break now due to that. Of course, Clifton Hill did lose 3-0 in the last game week to Caroline Springs George Cross. Of course, they were actually already won the league by that point. And the week before that, they were beat second place 3-1. And, of course, it was Maeve Deeney who did win that golden boot in the Northwest Division. Over in the Southeast competition, on the final day of the season, they did win. South Yarra did win 2-1 against Gippsland. Lots of goals spread out amongst these South Yarra faithful, I guess you could say. Amanda Stevenson with 8 goals in 11 games. And I'll get confirmation of who is actually off the pitch. Poor South Yarra, I can't actually see that far, but we'll just get going again. And it's a drop ball back to South Yarra. And she goes all the way to Mary Dickisayan. And through to Scaramusa. And out wide to Pels. And Pels does find Hasty. And then long again by Beak. Johnston. Back to O'Callaghan. Back to Johnston. And out wide. And down the line to Robinson. Who goes go herself, and she's got a chance, another chance to cross. She goes go to Johnston. Finds Deeney. Deeney gets around the first and the second and finds Johnston again and is offside. And the score does remain 3-2 to Clifton Hill here. And coming on in place of that injured player was Razia Nouri. She is capped internationally for Afghanistan. She does go long into the arms again of Celia Talbot. Scaramusa, rather. It's a long kick by Scaramusa. And here is Nouri now. Long by Hasty. Again long. by O'Callaghan. Deeney. Back to Corrigan. And out wide. It's Porter. O'Callaghan now. And O'Callaghan will send into the middle of the park to Deeney. Gets around their first man. Around the second. The nice little flick over and does send a through ball through to Francisco and slots it home. And that's 4-2 now to Clifton Hill. And that's credit to her. She's played well all game and gets the goal that she does deserve for that attacking talent in this team. Her 5th goal for the season. Now 4-2. Nori gets us underway. And it's sent long again to Stevenson. And then long, headed on by Ware. And Nori chasing. And it looks like Naomi Irons is on as well. Number 18. Sends it on to Humphreys. And wide. This time, it's Claire Barlow chasing up against Elise Corrigan, and it goes out for another throw. Still yet to come on for Clifton Hill is number 8, Charlie Dukas. Number 10, Lauren Famoso. Obviously, number 1, Anastasia Karanos. And number 4, Nikki Galanos. And number 27, Ilka Gregory. But looks to be another change coming on for South Yarra. She's going very quick. Number 14. She's back on the pitch now, Kirby Anderson. After seeking treatment. Elsewhere, Amber Harvey hasn't come on. And that's all that remains on the bench. Headed on by Dickie Sayan. And here's Nori. Up against Johnston, and Nori goes the other way. And he's all the way back to Ware. And Humphreys. And here's Robinson. Up against Humphreys, and Robinson gets there better and goes out for another throw. Nori goes long via Irons, and it's Claire Barlow chasing, but goes out for another throw, and it's crossed into the box. Again, strike from distance and over the bar. Again, and another goal kick it will be. And it's not long left on the clock either as well. There's a great cross into the box by Amanda Stevenson, the former Bentley Greens player. Goes long to Deeney, and Deeney sends it through. Cleared off the line by Pels again. Is Duxayan all the way through to try find her player in front of her, Bukale, but it doesn't quite get to her either. And it's once again going to be a throw-in with Nat Govic. Taking every single free kick on that right-hand side today, Nat Govic, of course. Former Clifton Hill Junior, full circle, did start a journey here before moving through the NPL season. Time at Bulleen Lions, Heidelberg. She did play in the seniors and under 20s at both of those clubs. And then back here at Clifton Hill now. He's also a junior girls coach as well at Clifton Hill. Going to be another throw here now. And here's Robinson. Is it on again and it's out again. South Yarra will get it asked away quickly. And it's sent long down the line by Irons. Cleared by Robinson. And then cleared again by McDonald. And here's Pels to bring it out of the fence safely. And she does. It's cleared again all the way through by Beck. Backwards. Through to Scaramuza. And then long. Headed on by Beck. Robinson. Tripped. Still going. Tripped again. And it's a free kick. And it looks like Amber Harvey has just entered as well. Playing that centre-back role for South Yarra. But he's Beck. It's a long ball in by Beck. Tries to find another head. It does. And it goes through for another goal kick. And just 10 minutes left as well to play here. Just under 10. Sent in a great ball by Stevenson. Tries to find again Barlow, but doesn't get to her either. Back the other way now. Francisco. Anderson. Back to McMahon. Back up to Dicky Sion. Turned. So McMahon. And through again, and it's going to be Govic again to take. Throw. Govic up against Barlow. McDonald. Long by Beak. And now once again. Harvey. And he's Ware. Down the line by Ware to try find Humphreys as well, and it goes straight out again. O'Callaghan. McMahon. To Dicky Sion. Back to Robinson. Robinson through the middle. Robinson with a great through ball through for Francisco. Turns the first, turns the second, and slots it around the keeper and out for a corner. And that's great by Gabriela Francisco again. And South Yarra is going to need something here to make a difference. 2 goals down with just under 10 to go. The only game of football they've lost all season, if this is the case, and what a game to lose as well. Looks like it's going to be an out-swinging corner. Into the box. Sent in, headed on again by Beck. And straight behind the goalkeeper and over the bar. Dikasayan. It's corrected near post again by Francisco. Deeney. Still Deeney. Crossed into the box by Deeney. And there's Johnston there. And there's also Dingo there. And she goes along. into the arms of Scaramuza. Robinson that one. There's a shot. Carrigan. McDonald. Francisco again. Wide. And here is Johnson now. She's got a chance. Doesn't get around that second one. There you go, Callahan. Johnston, cleared once again by Blake. And goes long down the line. Doesn't move with the most speed, but back for the other way for Clifton Hill, who's got a real hold of this game in this second half as well. Does go long. And he's Deeney. Across the ball in. And he's Robinson, who just miskicks it as well. And that's selfless by Deeney. Sent in again by O'Callaghan. Corrigan. And Beck. And Hines. And back to the goalkeeper in Talbot. Does go back out wide to Beck. O'Callaghan. And out. And it looks like Hannah Robinson is in a bit of trouble, as well as, I want to say, Francisco. And they'll both leave the pitch. And there's two changes as well coming on for Clifton Hill. Back on is Vanessa Hines. Lauren Formoso, rather, does enter the pitch, and that's Maria Dicky Sayan. And Nikki Galanos is also on the pitch. Of course, did spend some time at South Melbourne and at Box Hill, Nikki Galanos. And Lauren Formoso, 4 goals this season. She does have, and she is now chasing. Doesn't quite get the better of Humphreys, but goes back to Corrigan and out. And of course, Formoso did have a strong spell at Keilor Park last season as well in the VPL1. Dicky Sayan goes to Nori, pushed off the ball. Gets the better of her, Nori, again, and goes straight through behind. And it will be Beck chasing. Let's keep it in. Galanos. Back to Callahan. Back to Callahan, still going. And down. Through to Stevenson. And Humphreys, back to Stevenson. Tries to get around her, and she does. And here's Stevenson with a chance for a cross, and she does cross the ball in. Chance for a header. Dealt with by the keeper, but not out of danger. And there's another chance, and it's great. Sent out of danger for a throw-in. Dicky Cyan. Looks like it is offside the call. Will be a free kick for Katie Beck to take. And it's into additional time now here at the home of the Matildas, State League 1 women's final. Here is Stevenson, chance to make it 4-3, it's over the bar. And there'll be a goal kick again. Celia Talbot to take. But there is a change coming on. Big cheers as well. We'll get confirmation of who that is. And she does get the ball. Ilka Gregory. Gets long again. O'Callaghan. It's tricky feet by Formoso again, and it's gone out by O'Callaghan, and then Humphreys knocks it on. Again by McMahon. Chased by Beck. Down the line by Beck. Headed on by Humphreys. Still in. And here's Formoso. Tries to find Ilka. Goes straight through to the goalkeeper into the arms of Scaramuza. And long. Cleared again, another chance for Clifton Hill. Goes back the other way now for South Yarra. And that's full time here at the home of the Matildas. Clifton Hill victorious 4-2 winners. And it was individual brilliance pretty much by Morv Deeney. So he'd score a hat-trick on the day, as well as a goal from Gabriela Francisco to top it all off. Yeah. And Clifton Hill crowned State League 1 women's champions. Been Ross Papadakis. In just over an hour's time, there is that NPL women's grand final between Heidelberg and Box Hill. Don't go anywhere for that. But I've been Ross Papadakis. Thanks for joining me, and I'll be back next week for some more State League football action.
Sorry? Yep. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Cool. Yeah. I had 2 mics on the ground facing next to each other. Is that?
No. It should. It's like the wireless up here.
Sounding. Hey guys. Good, how are you?
Run up and make sure Brendan's clear that we're to be going at
320, yeah. That's, I reckon, what we've heard.
Cool. Just want to double check. Have you got comms to him?
Yeah.
Yeah, just double check. He's got everything. He should have access to that that folder, but maybe just hit refresh and see if he's got his starting 11s yet.
Yeah. Have you got the starting 11s yet, Brendan?